My queen, don't be mad when you know this about me. There is something I have carried in silence, a truth I buried deep, because I was terrified of losing you. Before this love that has become the very blood in my veins, I made a mistake. Out of duty, out of pressure, out of 1,000 reasons that no longer matter, I was bound to another. Her name is Samaya's second cousin. It was never love, never passion, never the fire that burns in my chest when I look at you. It was nothing but an arrangement, a shadow of what a marriage should be. But still it exists, and I cannot pretend it never happened. I know the weight of my words will break something inside you. I can already see your eyes darkening with betrayal, your lips parting with questions I have no simple answers for. But believe me when I say this, if there is one truth in this world, it is that you are the only woman my soul has ever truly bowed to. You are the only one who has touched me in a way that has turned my arrogance into surrender, my silence into confessions, my walls into ruins. Samia may have been called my wife, but she never carried my heart. That belongs to you, and you alone. Do you think I don't hate myself for hiding this from you? Every night I've held you close, every promise I've whispered against your skin, there was a knife twisting inside me because I had given you the whole truth. I feared that the moment I told you, you would walk away, and the thought of living without you was unbearable. So I chose silence. Cowardice. I chose to keep my secret like a thief clutching stolen treasure, and now I stand before you, ready for you to strike me down with your disappointment. But listen, my love, my queen of forgiveness is a kingdom, then let me kneel at its gates forever, waiting for you to open them. I will beg, I will break, I will sacrifice every ounce of pride I have left to earn back the light in your eyes. I don't expect the pain to vanish. I don't expect you to forget. I only pray you understand that my past was not my choice, but my future is. And my future is you. I will end this lie here, before it poisons us. I cannot control what was forced upon me, but I can control what I give to you now, my loyalty, my love, my unshaken vow that nothing and no one will ever come between us again. You are my first real bride, my only true wife, the woman I would burn the world for. Samia's name will remain in the dust of the past, but yours will be carved into my every breath, my every heartbeat, my every tomorrow. My queen, I know these words sound heavy, maybe even unbearable, but I don't want you to think for a second that my silence was because you weren't worthy of the truth. You are the only person I have ever felt safe enough to confess this to. Everyone else would have judged me, everyone else would have twisted this story into something it was not, but you are my home, my safe place, the only soul I cannot hide from any longer. That's why I'm telling you now, even though it feels like I'm cutting open my own chest and placing my bleeding heart into your hands. I trust you with the parts of me I've never shown anyone else. Samia, she was nothing but a name tied to mine on a piece of paper, a shadow that stood beside me, but never truly reached me. We were bound by family expectations, by tradition, by things I could not control. But never once did I look at her and feel what I feel when I look at you. With her, there was silence. With you, there is music in every heartbeat. With her, there was a duty I could never escape. With you, there is freedom I never thought I deserved. You have to know this, because it's the only truth that matters. You are my love story. She was only a chapter forced into my life, but you are the entire book. I imagine the questions running through your mind now. Why did I tell you sooner? Why did I keep this buried until now? And the answer is simple, but it doesn't excuse me. I was afraid. Afraid that you would see me as a liar. Afraid that you would look at me with disgust instead of love. Afraid that you would turn your back on me, and I would lose the only person who has ever truly seen me for who I am. That fear chained me in silence, but my love for you finally broke those chains. Because no matter how painful the truth is, I'd rather stand here stripped bare in front of you than keep living a life built on half-truths. I want you to know, my queen, that if I could go back in time, I would have chosen differently. I would have fought harder, I would have said no, I would have burned down every tradition and every expectation just to protect my heart for you. But I cannot rewrite the past. What I can do is shape the future, and in my future, there is only you. There is no Samaya, no ghost of what once was, no shadow following me anymore. There is only the fire in your eyes, the touch of your hand, the warmth of your voice when you say my name. And if this truth makes you angry, if it makes you cry, if it makes you want to walk away from me, then I will understand. But I will not stop fighting for you. I will wait at your door, I will kneel at your feet, I will spend every breath I have left proving that you are not just another part of my life, you are the reason my life has meaning at all. You are not the second choice, you are not a replacement, you are not a mistake. You are the only one my soul has ever loved. And I would choose you in every life, in every world, 1,000 times over. My queen, let my past be the ashes, and let our love be the flame that rises from it. I am not asking you to forget, but I am begging you to see me as I am now, not as the man who once made a mistake, but as the man who was on his knees, offering you every piece of himself without hiding anything ever again. I want you to know, my queen, that if I could go back in time, I would have chosen differently. I would have fought harder, I would have said no, I would have burned down every tradition and every expectation just to protect my heart for you. But I cannot rewrite the past. What I can do is shape the future, and in my future, there is only you. There is no Samaya, no ghost of what once was, no shadow following me anymore. There is only the fire in your eyes, the touch of your hand, the warmth of your voice when you say my name. And if this truth makes you angry, if it makes you cry, if it makes you want to walk away from me, then I will understand. But I will not stop fighting for you. I will wait at your door, I will kneel at your feet, I will spend every breath I have left proving that you are not just another part of my life, you are the reason my life has meaning at all. You are not the second choice, you are not a replacement, you are not a mistake. You are the only one my soul has ever loved, and I would choose you in every life, in every world, 1,000 times over. My queen, let my past be the ashes, and let our love be the flame that rises from it. I am not asking you to forget, but I am begging you to see me as I am now, not as the man who once made a mistake, but as the man who is on his knees, offering you every piece of himself without hiding anything ever again. My queen, I know you must be hurting after hearing this. Maybe your heart is burning with questions. Maybe you feel betrayed. Maybe you're wondering if every word I've ever spoken was true. I can only tell you this: everything I have ever said to you about my love, my devotion, my dreams with you, has been the purest truth of my life. When I whispered that you are my reason to breathe, I mean it with every bone in my body. When I call you mine, I am not claiming you out of pride, but out of the deepest gratitude that God placed you in my path. Samaya was a duty, but you are a miracle. I don't want you to imagine that my heart was ever shared. It never was. Not for a single second. That so-called marriage was a cage, a formality that never touched my soul. There were no whispered promises, no stolen glances, no nights of laughter, no mornings of warmth. Nothing. Just an empty bond, fragile as glass, existing only because of others' decisions. But with you I felt alive for the very first time. With you, I found myself smiling without reason, breathing a little lighter, daring to dream of a life that felt real. You woke me up from the numbness that had consumed me. I know you may think, why didn't you trust me with this truth earlier? And I ask myself the same thing, every single day. I kept thinking I would lose you if you knew. I kept telling myself, I would tell you tomorrow, then another tomorrow, and another. And each time I saw your eyes shine with love for me, I grew weaker, more afraid. Because the thought of that light dimming because of my past was unbearable. But I realize now that hiding it was far worse than confessing. A love like ours deserves honesty, no matter how heavy. You have to understand, my queen, that I never chose her. I never gave her a piece of me. My choice has always been you, even when you were not standing beside me yet. It feels strange, but I believe I was waiting for you all along, even in the silence of my lonely years. It was your face my heart was searching for. It was your laughter that my soul longed for. And when you finally walked into my life, I knew. I knew that everything I had endured was only to prepare me for the moment I could hold your hand and call you mine. If I could carve open my chest and place my heart into your palm, I would do it without hesitation just to prove this to you. I don't need the crown, the titles, the power, none of it matters. If all I had left was the sound of your voice, and the comfort of your presence, I would still be the richest man alive. My queen, forgive me for the mistakes of my silence. Forgive me for the weight of this truth. But please, do not doubt the love that has wrapped itself around you and refuses to let go. It is real. It is unshakable. It is forever.